Two addicts should not fall in love. And you told yourself this. But the way that your voice fell on your own deaf ears was nothing compared to her caramel and cordite speech patterns that traced goosebumps onto your skin in the exact shape of that route that you used to walk home from school in. To avoid the avian gazes and violent beaks of that parliament of rooks that you could never rid yourself of. I know, up till now you saw yourself as just a one good night thing, too many nights spent restless to commit to something, but I can see that you want her to be the one to always tell you good night. See, she never knew her father, and her mother was never there, and you tell her you wish you could relate, wish you knew your father better, wish your mother had never been in the picture, and for the first time in years, you tell her about your childhood and you remember the exact taste of disappointment. You tell her things didn't fall to pieces, they just weren't ever put together right in the first place. But despite your self-deprecation, your dangerous present and your destructive history, she still sees you now as straight back as the image she holds in the head of her father who left her, noble in his absence. Some reflections it's best not to reflect on. She admires your strength. How much strength you get from simply talking to others as weak as you, and she recounts how for her, the chips she gained, week by weaker still, month by wretched month, never felt like a gamble. Haven't whittled her down just yet, but instead carved her into a masterpiece. You know she will never break, but can be convinced, sculpted back into an image that she tried to slip clear of, but still might fit into if she tries hard enough. Because inner strength doesn't mean that weaknesses can't make their way in from the outside in the form of messy-haired boys, and that for all the structure that someone has made for themselves, there are still cracks, even if these cracks define them. And you will fill absences in one another with something that looks but doesn't taste like and is not sincerity. You will write her stories that don't make sense, and she will laugh into the crook of your arm that she calls safe. You who have been searching for years for safety would surprise that someone would find it so close to the ribcage that you used to keep the world safe from your heart. Your friends will tell you that you look better, and the weight that delayed itself in patience around the edges of your smile will come back. You can see in the mirror that you look like you have paid back all the borrowed time, eking out an existence of always living in the red. You think that maybe, just maybe, this woman is the one to make your life complete. And you think maybe, just maybe, a drink might turn this party into a celebration. But you'll forget that you, self-made man, made a pact with your mistakes, made peace with the battles inside, and used the rubble to build you up tall, used the aftermath of a lapse and how to calculate to pick yourself back up when you fall. You have been holding onto the same damn breath for the past 2 years, will not know that others' breathing patterns have nothing to do with the need for oxygen. They are just reflexes, but years of habit enforced by determination. You will forget that though you are not scared of dying, there are those that are scared of losing you. You will forget that your destruction does not end in failure, but simply in endings that you do not have to pick up the pieces of. Moments of clarity are not a regular occurrence, but they come round more often once everything's in bottom of the glass focus, and you, who have become dependent on falling in and out of bad habits, will not know that others' breathing patterns are not cyclical. Sometimes people will fall and forget to get back up, and the comfort can be just as dangerous as being on the edge. You will forget the pain of just one, as in just one more can't hurt. You will forget that time does not heal an addict, it just helps hide them better. You will forget the locusts will swarm simply because they are scared of being eaten by other locusts. And you will tell yourself in that same sibilant lying tone that addicts always use at this time will be different. You will forget the cold abuse, forget the crippling heat of abuse. Two addicts should not fall in love, and you of all people should know you can't rely on anyone, least of all someone else. Years later, sober again, you may get a chance to make amends. You will apologise to the family, tell them that they do not suit the black that they are wearing. You will apologise and say that you know two addicts should not fall in love, and this time should have been different. You will apologise and know that everyone's hearts will beat harder for your kind words which they say to them now just as weak as you. Everyone's heart will be harder but hers, and you will wish that you had never loved her in the first place. Instead that you would learn to walk away. She had never got addicted to you, and you could say the same about her. But addicts must not fall in love. There must be an ending. It just turns out that you get to be the only one who gets to tell it. Thanks.